They are foolish persons. At least these persons, they don't know about spiritual life. Their life is another test. Jasya mudha tamam loke jasya buddhi param gatam. Those are foolish persons, neglected persons. Their life is different. In their life they get such one type of test. And jasya buddhim param gatam. Those devotees whose intelligence is above mood of material nature, they can get happiness. And those are very foolish. Like you can go to, if you go to tribal area, you can see these persons. They are so happy. Whole life they are staying within the forest. They don't know what is civilization. Even you ask, in India, so in tribal people, you ask now, you just go and ask, who is your prime minister? They can't say. They don't know anything. Still they are just working within the forest, eating something. Whereas marriage is going on, something is going on. And according to Bhagavatam, they are actually in happiness. Because they are just like animal. Their consciousness is just like animal. And jasya buddhim param gata. Those devotees, those persons, their intelligence is beyond mood of material nature. They can get happiness. Klisyanta itarajana. Other people, those are neither fool nor intelligent, super intelligent persons. Those are in between, they are suffering. So don't stay in between. Don't stay in between, just go to one side. Now for us, it is not easy. We can't follow the first one. You can't become fool. No. You can't do it. Now for us only one process. We have to go beyond mood of material nature. If our intelligence, if our mind is within the material mood, then we have to suffer. Jasya buddhim param gata. So when Kashyap came, he immediately recognized, my wife, she is now neither in bhoga nor in bhakti. And he became worried. This is my duty. As a husband, I have to take care of my wife. Then he asked so many questions. It's a nice discussion between Kashyap and Aditi. Such a higher spiritual talk. Yes, you can't find in any literatures. They're husband and wife, but looks like their dealings is just like a guru and disciple. Yes, like in previous age, like other yugas, or according to Vedic civilizations, husband and wife's relation, they're serving like disciple serving his guru. Same as wife is serving to husband. Same mood, very disciplined, with love and affection, everything. So their discussion is just like guru and disciples. Sapatni dina basana krutasana parigraha sabhajitam jathanyayam idam maha kurudbaha. We can see in case of Aditi, although she was lamenting, but she never neglected to give respect to his husband. Yes, we have many problems. Life means many problems. Problems, it does not mean we have some problems, we will not chant Hare Krishna. No. Problem, material problem, it was there, it is now also, in future, it will be there. Because material body means problem, there is problem. We cannot solve our material problems by other way. We have to focus on our chanting, or we can say in English, our spiritual duty. Our spiritual duty. We can't neglect it. Like hearing, chanting, serving, we can't neglect it. Problem is always there. You consult with any devotee, they have some problems. You consult with the demigods, they have problems. Demons, they have problems. This is problem required. She was so concerned about her duty, so concerned about her duty. She was lamenting, but when husband came, properly welcome. Krutasana parigraha. She give proper respect and give also mat, asana. Okay, you sit. Please, my husband, you just sit here. She was suffering at that time because why? Bali Maharaj achieved his son's post, Indra's post. But still, she was serving husband. But Kashyapa understand the mood of Aditi. From his own side, he is asking all these questions. Apiyavadran vipranam bhadri lokadhuna gatam na dharmasya na lokasya mrutu chandanuvartina. Nowadays what happening between guru and disciple, husband and wife, there are some silly talks. You understand? Silly talks. No spiritual talks. You can find in Vedic history mostly husband and wife. Among husband and wife, mostly you can find. They are discussing spiritual topics. Spiritual. Even when Sita Mata, she was staying with Ram within the forest. They are discussing different saintly person's life history. Yes. Within the forest, they are banned from Ayodhya, but within the forest, still they are discussing saintly person's instructions, saintly person's leelas, sadhu leelas, Krishna leelas. They are discussing. Nowadays, husband and wife means only for a material plan. They are discussing only material. Therefore, problem is coming. Therefore, problem is coming. Materialism means problem. When you are more attached to material things, means you are inviting more problems. And when we are cultivating spiritual objects, means you don't think you will hamper some material things. No. When you cultivate some spiritual things, means you are chanting, you are serving Krishna, Krishna will set up your material. Whatever necessity, whatever favorable for your bhajan, Krishna will arrange. Otherwise, what is the question? What is the value of spiritualism? Spiritualism means whatever require for your body, everything is spiritualism. In spiritual activities, such potency is there. Such potency is there. Spiritual activities will give you nourishment, material nourishment and spiritual nourishment. Don't worry about body. Krishna will take care of this body, children, home and heart. They are discussing husband and wife. Apiya bhadranam nabipranam. First he is asking, Kashyap is asking to wife. All saintly Brahmans, they are in well status, something has happened to them, they are good. Because why he is asking? Why Kashyap is asking to Aditi? Because when he saw Aditi is lamenting, husband is asking to Aditi, Kashyap is asking to Aditi, you are lamenting because something has happened to Brahman? Did something happen to Brahman? You understand? Now you can't ask to anyone like that. Why you are lamenting? You are lamenting for something happened to some sadhu, something happened to some Brahman. Who is lamenting? This is Bhagavatam. Why you are lamenting? When you are in problem, you are lamenting. You never in your life you got this experience. There is someone in problem and you are lamenting. You can't find. Very few persons, understand? Very few persons in this world. But Kashyap is asking, did something happen to any Brahmans? Some Brahmins are in problem, therefore you are lamenting. Such a higher talk. Viprana and Bhadre Lokanam Adhuna Agatam. Oh pious lady, Bhadre is addressing Bhadre. Our Vedic civilization is, especially Bhagavatam, all Vedic literatures, they are ornament of human life, ornament. Unless we hear, unless we study all these things, always material impressions, material coverings is over our senses, over our mind, over our intelligence. Therefore, it is a challenge for a conditioned soul to follow all these Vedic rules and regulations. Because everything is material, and Vedic rules and regulations, this is beyond the mood of material nature, this is spiritual things. So first we have to uplift our coverings. Our coverings, you understand the coverings? Over our senses, over our intelligence, over our mind, coverings are there, material coverings. Like we are coming to temple, we are saying this is temple. Temple means Krishna's place, Krishna residing here. But when we are in temple, we are thinking about our children, our home, our heart. This is called covering. This is called covering. But when we are going to market, we are not thinking about something. When we are going to market, someone in how can you say in West? Supermarket, huh? Yeah. When you are in the supermarket, you are not thinking about your 5 children or father, mother. No, you are in the supermarket. Oh, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice, this is nice. But when you are coming to temple, some different thought is coming. This is called covering. How our senses are covered with material things, that when we read Bhagavatam, when we hear from perfect source, we realize, oh, this is happening. Like Tulsi Puja is going on. We are looking toward Tulsi, but intelligence is somewhere. Mind is somewhere. This is called coverings. And a conditioned soul have no power to uplift all these coverings. Therefore we want help from Guru, from Vaishnavas. Therefore we are hearing. By hearing, by chanting, by accepting prasadam, by seeing the deities, by reading Srimad Bhagavatam, associating the Vaishnavas, we want only to uplift these coverings. Just imagine, this is discussion between husband and wife. Kashyap is asking to wife, why you are lamenting? Did something happen to any Brahmins? Unfavorable situations. So Brahman is suffering or something is happening. By hearing all these things you are lamenting. He's asking. Or Lokana, for common people, when common people are in problem, and when you came to know, therefore you are lamenting. This is discussion between husband and wife. We ever discuss? In Australia some devotees are in problem. Common people are in problem. Or in Vrindavan some common people are in problem. We are not worried for that. Just we are hearing, or through your WhatsApp or Facebook or some news, okay, something is happening, okay. Who is lamenting for common people? We have no time to think about others. A conditioned soul is always busy for his own happiness. This is his disease. This is material disease. And another is spiritual disease. Material disease? What is material disease? Always thinking about sense pleasure, own sense pleasure. This is material disease. And spiritual disease? Spiritual is one sort of disease. What is that disease? How to give pleasure to Krishna? This is one type of madness, disease. I have to do something for Guru and Krishna. This is disease. Yes, this is one type of madness. Always like, usually I'm always saying these things, just like a Grihastha. What is his duty? Grihastha. He may be in India, he may be in West, wherever. His focus always on children, husbands, wives, money, Always, wherever he may be. And this is Maya Sansar. And another is Krishna Sansar, Guru Sansar. Essentially, person is same like the same. Wherever he may be, his consciousness on deity, on cow, on temple, on devotee. His Sansar. His Sansar. Same act, same duty. This is one type of disease, spiritual disease. Always I have to do something for Guru and Krishna. This is spirituality. Who is thinking? You can't find, you just, nowadays you can find few saintly persons. They are thinking about the public. You see, like Prabhupada. He was crying for public. No, I have to preach. I have to go to West. I have to preach. Why he was worried? Why he was worried for public? Now, even we are devotees, we are worried for ourselves. How to solve our problems. Yeah. They are so limited. According to this conversion, it looks like Kasu was in such a platform. He's asking to wife, did you lamenting for some Brahmins? Something happened to any Brahmins? Did you lamenting for any public peoples? And dharmasya, third one. Na dharmasya na lokasya mritu chandanuvartina. Na dharmasya. Because people are not following some religious principles, or you are not following some religious principle, or some person just not following religious principle, therefore you are worried, therefore you are lamenting. And did you lamenting for public peoples? Mritu chandanuvartina. This word is very nice. The common people, they are under the protection, how can I say, they are under the control of death. We are controlling everything, huh? We want to control our senses, we want to control our mind, we want to control. Okay, you do everything, but still death will control you. Mritu Chandan, that means we are leading our life under control of death. This is for common people. Who knows? Who knows next day death may come, next moment death may come. We are leading our life like that. This is Krishna's Maya. Why people are not chanting Hare Krishna? Why people are, even devotees, why they are not so cautious? Why they are not serious? What to speak of public? Why seriousness is not coming? This is Maya's potency. We are reminding everything, but not reminding one thing. We forgot one thing. What is that? Death. Why Parikshit Maharaj became so serious and was so pleased when he came to know that within the 7 days I have to give up this body. He was so pleased. But just by hearing, confirmation date came. After 7 days, you have to give up this body. So happy. And when will you die? 7 days? Or next day? Within 2 days or 3 days or next day or next moment, we don't know. Never in our life we just sit in one place, we are not realized these things. Oh, death will sure, death will come. I have to give up everything. Mritu chandanugami. Na lokasya, na dharmasya, lokasya. Na dharmasya, na lokasya, mritu chandanuvartina. Chandanuvartina. We are leading our life under the wheel of death, under the wheel of Jamaraj. Everyone saying I am independent. Eh? Okay, you may be independent, but you cannot say to Jamaraj I am independent. You cannot say to time factor I am independent. No. And this is Krishna's Maya all over the world. Scientists, philosophers, politicians, everyone creating new plan, but they are forgetting one thing. A fact, death. Death may come at any moment. And Kashyap Rishi asking to mother, wife, are you lamenting for this general people, those are under control of death? Yes. Mostly saintly persons, they are always, when they saw the conditions, they start to lament. Why? Why they start to lament? This person is under control of death and still he is not chanting. Still is not chanting. Still is not serving Krishna. Next life, when you will die, next life, you just go to hell, or next life you maybe go to bird and beast or animal life, who knows? Therefore they are lamenting. But this is our unconscious states. Unconscious states. We are not conscious about death. Therefore we are not developing our seriousness. Death may come at any moment and without information. At any moment without any information. So three things first he asked to wife. Did you lamenting for any Brahmins? Did you lamenting for religions? Did you lamenting for any public peoples? Those are under control of death. And next, Abhiva kusalam kinchit gruhesu gruhamedhini dharmasyarthasya kamasya yatra yogaya yoginah. Because we are grastas, you are also grastas. We are in grasta asrama, gruhamedhini. This is address as gruhamedhini. So, as a grasta, we have some duties. You understand? Brahmachari, grasta, vanaprastha and sannyas, according to varnashram system, if we perform some duty, if we perform some spiritual activities, and without any attachment, the varnashram system, if you follow varnashram system as it is, but how can you follow varnashram system without guru? Like brahmachari, you have to stay under guru's guidance. Grihastha, same. Vanaprastha, same. Sannyas, also same. So under guidance of guru, when a conditioned soul follow Vedic rules and regulations without attachment, then if he is regulative in varnashram system, he can achieve one thing. What is that? Harikatha. Taste towards Harikatha. Katharuchi. Katharuchi. When you develop taste towards Harikatha within the varnashram system, therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, Chari varnashrama jadi Krishna nahi bhaje, so karma karya se roro bhatyamache. Thereby brahmachari, grihastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, if they are not chanting Hare Krishna, if they are not hearing Krishna's name, pastimes, they will go to hell. You may be brahmachari, you may be grihastha, you may be vanaprastha, you may be sannyas. Our aim is how to develop taste towards Krishna Katha. And when we develop taste towards Krishna Katha means we can achieve bhakti adhikar. When we are developing taste towards Krishna Katha means there is, you can say that is bhakti adhikar means I'm going to say you can get a position. At least when you develop taste towards Katha Ruchi, that means now you are stable devotees. You can continue your spiritual life. So everyone performing varnashrama dharmas, nowadays this is called Asuri varnashrama dharma, not a Daiva varnashrama dharma. Daiva varnashrama dharma means under guidance of Guru, spiritual master, they will engage in Krishna service and hearing and chanting. With the help of hearing and chanting and performing some Krishna service with their material activities, but under guidance of spiritual master. Then when they develop taste towards Krishna Katha, then at that time they may give up this varnashram system, no problem. If they are not following, like some grihasthas, he develop taste towards Krishna Katha. So if we give up this grihastha ashram, then no problem. When you develop taste towards Krishna Katha means you can give up other attachments. If you have other attachments, you can can develop taste towards Krishna Katha. Therefore, Varnashrama system helps us. It's help us. It's helping us. So, as a Grihastha, Kashyap Rishi is saying, Gromedini, Dharmasya, Arthasya, Kamasya, Yatra Yoga, Yajoginaha, Apiva, Kusalam, Kinchit, Gruhesu, Gromedini. Within our house, we are Grihasthas. We have to perform some spiritual duty for religion, dharma, for artha, for achieve money, or for material necessity, and third one, kama, to fulfill some desires for these bodies. But dharma, artha, and kama, these three things in Grihastha ashram, without attachment, give you result as just like a yogi. Just like a yogi, without attachment, he is performing some duty. He can purify his existences. Like a saintly person, when he is not attached to any so-called name, fame, prestige, adoration, but he is performing some spiritual activities and he is serving Krishna, he can purify his existences. Same in Grihastha ashram. If someone under guidance of Guru is performing spiritual activities, following Grihastha rules and regulations, and without attachment, Jatra Yoga Yajogina, Yoga Phalam Bhavati, Siddha Swami mentioned. Although they are staying in Grihastha ashram, but without attachment, under guidance of spiritual master, they are following Vedic rules and regulations. It means they are achieving the result of yogis. So that means Kashyap is asking to Aditi, did you neglect in Grihastha ashram's principles, Vedic principles? He's asking. Because Grihastha, nowadays, I don't know, because when we are small, we know, in our villages, even their karmis, they know morning time they have to worship, evening time they have to worship. Then morning time they are blowing cans, putting dog water everywhere, sweeping, this is going for bath, collecting flower, worshipping, Tulsi Puja, evening time also Tulsi Puja, blowing cans, and different time, and like different worships, different worships, like yesterday, which day? Wednesday? No. Friday. No, not Friday, Wednesday. Wednesday, they are worshipping Lakshmi. Thursday, they are worshipping Lakshmi. Why? Because now you see, they are just harvesting new grains, new rice. First they have to offer to Lakshmi. Although they are in Grihastha ashram, they are worshipping many demigods. Sometimes in Kartik month they are also worshipping Vishnu. Even I know my mothers, like Janmashtami, our Radhashtami, Ramnavami, all brothers, they are coming, they are following. They follow. Before they follow. Nowadays, few people follow. Before they are followed, then once. Because they are not following one thing, according to Vedic system, no such saintly persons was there before, just like few days before, to guide them as Guru, to guide them. Only Brahmans are guiding. Before Brahmans are guiding. For them, general Grihasthas, they are accepting Brahmana as Guru. But in India, before also traditional gurus are there, family traditional gurus. But everything, by influence of Kali, Brahmans, they are not guiding now. Even traditional gurus, they are eating everything. So only hope in Kali Yuga, only Vaishnavas. They can guide Grihasthas. Only if Grihasthas will perform some activities under guidance of spiritual master, chanting, hearing, especially hearing important, especially for Grihasthas. If they don't hear, then they will develop attachment towards family. Every day they should hear. Unless they will hear, immediately. In 7th canto you see, you can read in 7th canto. Narad Muni is saying, Sunamat Hari Avikshanasa, one word is there. Every day Grihastha should hear Bhagavatam. Upasanta Janabrata. Whenever there is time, with many devotees, with saintly persons, Mahamuni, Upasita Mahamuni, they should serve the devotees. They should hear Krishna Katha from devotees. Because in Grihastha life, so many attachments. Unnecessary attachments will come. They have to hear. And not only for Grihasthas, for all Varnashramis. Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanapastha, Sannyas. Actually, Varnashram system is helping. When you become regulated under spiritual guidance of Guru, you are serving Krishna, you can develop taste towards Harikatha. That means now you are in Bhakti Adhikar. Unless you have taste towards Harikatha, means still you are in Varnashram system. And without attachment, when you hear, when you serve sadhu, when you develop taste towards Krishna Katha, means now you are advancing in the spiritual path. Therefore, he is indicating, Akasya Rishi indicating, asking, we are Grihasthas. According to Grihastha systems, Varnashram systems, did you neglect in your Grihastha life duties? He is asking only question, and Aditi not saying anything. But she was lamenting only for her son. For her son she was lamenting. Her husband is so elevated, he is just asking question according to his standard. And Aditi also, before he was following, otherwise she was following, otherwise why Kashyap is asking all these questions? अपिवातिथयो अभ्यत्य कुटुम्बासक्तया त्वया गृहात् पूजिता जाता प्रत्युत्थान वा क्वचित्. Aditi, when you were very busy in your household works, household duty, did some guest came, Atithi came? I don't know what is Atithi in English. Guest? No. Let's say guest or Atithi. Abhyagatha. 2 words. If someone coming to your house with information, he is Abhyagata. If someone is coming without information, or Tithi, without information is coming, he is, for a Grihastha, he is as like as Narayan. Without information someone came. We have to give him respect. As like as Narayan, Aditi Narayan, for a Grihastha, you have to feed. And if some Aditi, as you can say like a guest, if some guest return from your house, according to Manu Maharaj, if some guest came, Atithi came, and you neglect. So when he returned, this person, this Atithi will give his sinful activities to you. You have to take his sinful activities, and he will take your pious activities. You can neglect, okay, especially householders, you can neglect. Yeah, the Manu Maharaj is saying like that. If some guest is coming and you are not treating properly, when he was returning, because you neglect, so he is taking your pious activities, pious results, and giving his sinful activities. Yes. So therefore, even according to moral instructors, if some enemy person is coming, some enemy is coming to your house, still you have to treat him. Still you have to treat him. Still you have to serve. Yes. Like you can see in Mahabharata, whenever the fighting is going on, but when Arjuna approaching Duryodhana treating nicely. He's my guest. He's my guest. Enmity does not mean in any condition you can create enmity, or for whole life he is your enemy. No. For certain matter he is your enemy. For property they are fighting with each other. It does not mean you will not follow Vedic rules and regulations. Fighting is a different thing, but following regulative rules and regulations is a different thing. So Kashyap is asking to Aditi, did some guest came and you neglect in his service? Therefore you are lamenting without serving this guest. Actually this is miserable for Grihastha life. And he is saying, Gruhata pujita jata pratyuthana vakochit. A Grihastha should serve a guest by four way. At least Manumara is saying. By four way you have to serve. What is that? If someone is coming, Bhumi Udakam, yeah. Chaturthi Sunrutam. First one, if someone is coming, first you have to welcome him by giving some, how can you say, some asan, some seat. Okay, you can sit here. It's coming. And if you are in such a poor condition, even you have no some mat, you have no chair, then still you have to say, okay, you can sit. Sit on floor. In my house you can sit on the floor. You have to sit here. Bhumi, Udakam, water. If you are poor, you have no food, at least you have to give water. Trunani Bhumi Udakan. Chaturthi Sunrutam. Yes. If you have mat, straw mats, you can give some mat. Okay, please you sit. If you say you have no mat, you can say I have no mat. Okay, then you sit on the floor. And you have to give water. If you are poor, you have to give water. But still, if you are in such a condition, you have no water, you have no mat, even you have no floor, then he is saying, Bhak Chaturthi Sunrutam. Manumara is saying, you have to speak in sweet word, sweet dealings. Chaturthi Sunrutam. Oh, please, you came in such a condition. I cannot serve you. Please excuse me. I am in this position. Sunrutam. This is duty of a Grihasthas. You can't neglect a guest, especially Atithis. You can't neglect. If you neglect them, guest will not become happy. Therefore, Kashyap Rishi is asking to Aditi, are you lamenting for that? Are you lamenting for that? You are not serving a guest, and without serving, this person is left, and now when the person left, now you are lamenting for. Actually, she is not lamenting for all these, how can you say, all these factors. She was not lamenting for all. But Kashyap Rishi, as a husband, is asking all the Vedic rules and regulations. He is asking, he knows all the Vedic rules and regulations. Therefore, he is asking according to his standard. If some guest return from your house, actually, this is not good. And next verse is explaining. This is not a house. Gruhesu je suvatithayo narchita salilerapi jadi niryandite nyunam phevraja upamam. If without serving, you are not serving a guest, and without serving a guest is returning from your house, even you are not worshipping him or not serving you, throw water even. Then this is not your house. This is, according to Bhagavatam, this is the residence of a jackal. They are like jackal's hole. Peruraja Gruha Upama. Peruraja means jackal. It's like jackal's hole. You know, jackal were staying in the big holes. So this is not, what can you say? It's not very impure place. Yes. No one wants to go there. Why? Nearby the jackal hole, you can see so many. In jackal night time, he's eating fish, many things. He's eating many things. Passing stool there. No one like to go there. And if some grahastha, is a grahastha, but is not serving guests, his house is just like jackal's residence. So when Kashyapa asking all these factors, still Aditi Shiva was silent. Then at a certain point, he's asking many things. For this cause you are lamenting, for this cause you are lamenting, for this cause you are lamenting. Lastly, he said, are you lamenting for your sons? Because he knows, he was an expert. He is a religious person. Brahma's son, he knows. Are you lamenting for your sons? Whether your sons are happy or not? Whether they are facing some problem or not? They are facing some problems. When he asked about his sons, then Aditi got a chance to speak something to his husband. Yes. And this is also duty of a wife. You can say something to your husband. When husband asks you something, duty of disciple also same. This is duty of disciple. Same as wife. Wife can't approach. She can approach with humble mood. She wants permission from husband. If husband allow, then she can ask some questions. Except for disciple also same. For disciple also same. And she was just hearing, not answering anything. But when she came here, my husband is asking about my sons. And actually she was lamenting for sons. Now she started speaking. Bhadradi jagamam brahman dharma syasa janasya cha tirvagasya param khetram guhamedin gruhaime. Although I am grahastha, by your blessings, she is blessing so nicely. By your blessings, everything is okay. Like cows, Brahmans, general peoples, public peoples, and I am also following all Vedic rules and regulations. Everything is okay. And also fire sacrifice. I am also performing fire sacrifice. Because we are Brahmans. I am not neglecting anything. But I am facing one problem. My son, Indra, is no more Indra now. He is no more in charge of heaven now. Now my sister's son, Bali, is now Indra. So please, you arrange. You just help me. How can my son become Indra? You arrange such a process, or you arrange for me, for my son. Again, my son become Indra. Now Kashyap becomes so astonished. Indra is also Kashyap's son, Bali is also Kashyap's son. So Kashyap becomes so astonished. His mother of demigod, she knows so many tattvas, but still attachment is so strong. This minus and I-ness is so strong. This is up to heavenly planet. What to speak of human? My son, my daughter, my wife, my son. This is this bodily conception of life. Material standard, we can say. This material influence of material standard, material life. We can see in heaven. What to speak of human? He was so astonished only by hearing these things. Because how can he say to Bali, you just give up your post, Bali is also son? Yes. This is, we can say, this is the problem of our spiritual life. How elevated you may be man, you may be Westerner, you may be Indian, whoever you may be. If actually you have material attachment, mindness and I-ness, this is same problem for everyone. Whoever he may be. You may be demigod, you may be Indian, you may be Westerner, you may be from England, from where you may be, no problem. Material attachment means it is always an obstacle in our spiritual life. No enlightenment will come. Like sun is there, you are closing the door. Like Bhaktivedanta Thakur. We are not allowing, sun is ready to give us sunlight. But we are not allowing sun. We are closing the door. And we are closing the door and blaming sun. You are closing your door and windows and blaming sun. When we have material attachments, means we are closing our ear, our senses, Gyanendriyas, knowledge acquiring senses. We are closing our knowledge acquiring senses. And that means light is there, but you are not opening your windows. Then to whom you will blame? You can't blame to sun. A devotee is suffering due to his own attachment. You can't blame anyone in the spiritual path. Krishna is just like Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andhakar. Jaha Krishna taha nahi Maya Radhika. Krishna is just like sun. He is always ready through his holy name, through Bhagavatam, through Tulsi, through deity. He is always ready to serve, to show our mercy. This is our own fault. Due to our own material attachment, we are suffering. We are blocking, we are closing. So therefore we have to pray, therefore service is important. We have to hear and we have to perform some service, spiritual services, according to our capacity. That help us. We can achieve some blessings. So thereby, and also, how can the condition should give up his attachment? How? How can he give up his attachment? When you develop attachment towards sadhu, when you only develop attachment towards sadhu, then there is chance to give up. How? When you develop attachment towards sadhu, how can you give up attachment? Abraham? When you hear the sadhu's word is so empowered, just by hearing you cut your attachment knots, threads. But when you develop attachment towards sadhu, you can get two things, benefits. One, sadhu will cut down your material attachment, and same time, because sadhu have attachment towards Krishna, when you develop attachment towards sadhu, you also develop attachment towards Krishna. This is the only way. This is the essence of Kapil Dev's teachings, third canto. This is essence from Kapil's teachings, that control. Kapil is speaking to Mother Devotee. Mother, you are saying, I am in woman body. And especially in woman body, so much attachments for home, heart, this, that. Don't worry, just develop attachment towards the saintly persons. This is liberation. This is open door for liberation. Open door for liberation. Mukti dwaram apabhrutam. Yes. Door towards liberation. Yeah. No door, no window. And how can you develop attachment towards sadhu? This is another question. Attachment is coming from where? From mind or from? When mind, attachment coming from mind, it is for few, conditional or partial or artificial. This is called coming from mind. Attachment, when attachment coming from super soul, when you pray to Krishna, by Krishna's arrangement, Krishna will arrange some sadhu. And some faith will come. No one can shake that faith. Then it's natural attachment. And that thing will happen. In our path, in Vaishnavism, unless you pray, you cannot achieve anything. Like morning time you are asking, yeah, Krishna, when a conditioned soul is praying to Krishna, Krishna is not hearing. Actually, Krishna is not hearing directly. Krishna hearing indirectly. You understand? Krishna accept always Krishna's process to accept a conditioned soul indirectly through his sadhu. Hearing through his sadhu. Like how Krishna is not hearing directly? How he is not hearing directly? Therefore, even before initiation, we are accepting some sadhu. As Sikkha Guru or Diksha Guru, then we are performing bhajan. You understand? Even before, this is called Guru Padasraya. Initiation completed in 3 steps. Guru Padasraya, second one is Diksha, third one is Guru Seva. 3 steps. Initiation completed in 3 steps. First one is Guru Padasraya. Before accepting initiation, you have to please spiritual master by your service. At that time you are performing some bhajan or not? That means you are at that time you are performing bhajan under guidance of a sadhu. Then Krishna will hear something. So without accepting sadhu, Krishna will not hear anything. Before initiation also we are under someone's guidance. Then Diksha. And after Diksha, again Guru Seva. Again you are under control of some sadhu. That means when you are connected with sadhu, like before initiation or after initiation, connection with sadhu is important. By this way only you can develop attachment towards Krishna. Because sadhu is always attachment towards Krishna. His all activities, his all attempts, all thoughts is only how to please Krishna. He's thinking about Krishna. You have no other business than that. This is the only way. So by associating you can develop one attachment. How can you say? This is one propensity. You understand? Propensity. When you see a sadhu is always busy, have to give pleasure to Guru and Krishna, you will develop same mood. Therefore usually we are discussing this, just like association is just like a contagious disease. It is a contagious disease. You don't think you can stay in one place, you can do bhajan. No. Not possible. No. By association. Even we can see in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was releasing Radha Bhav with Raya Ramananda, with Swarup Damtar. Without association, we cannot release. Even you achieve prep stage, still association is required. In Kanishta stage, association is required. If you want some taste in your spiritual life, association is very important. Very important. It transfer your, I can say, when you associate your propensity, you understand? Your way of acting, nature, you build in the second nature by association. Association built a second nature. Before you are a different person, but when you are associating with some person, you are developing a second nature, second habit, second nature. This is important. Otherwise, unless you develop attachment, we cannot solve our problems. We cannot solve our problems. Okay, tomorrow we will hear then Kasyapu's advice Aditi. Okay, Hare Krishna. Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Sri